Hey Broncos, I'm Connor Tierney giving you the latest info on WeTV's Sports Report. In national news, it was a pretty surprising weekend for those of you who watched the Super Bowl on Sunday. The Seattle Seahawks won by a landslide against the Denver Broncos with a final score of 43-8. You gotta wonder what was going through the Broncos' heads when they were letting those Seahawks score all those points. In local news, the Western Broncos sports teams had a great weekend. To start off, on Friday, the women's tennis team had 2 straight wins here in Kalamazoo. The first was against Indiana with a final score of 2-5, and the second win was against Oakland with a final score of 7-0. Unfortunately, the Bronco hockey team had 2 losses against Minnesota Duluth this past weekend. The first loss was Friday with a final score of 2-5, and the second was Saturday with a final score of 1-3. It was also a good weekend for the basketball here in Kalamazoo. The women's basketball team won their game on Saturday against Northern Illinois with a great final score of 56-43. That same day, the men's basketball team won their game against Central Michigan with a final score of 75-52. Oh yeah. The women's gymnastics team lost their competition against Northern Illinois last Sunday, but the track and field team placed second in their competition at Eastern Michigan University. Make sure to keep up with all the out-of-state Broncos sports games going on this week. The Broncos softball team will be playing multiple games in Temple, Arizona, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The Bronco hockey team will be playing this Friday against Miami in Oxford, Ohio at 7:05 p.m. At the same time, again on Saturday. The track and field team will be competing at the Mayo Invitational in South Bend, Indiana this Friday. The women's basketball team will be playing against Akron, Ohio at 1 p.m. this Saturday. The male tennis team will be playing at Illinois State on Saturday at 2:30. And lastly, the women's tennis team will be playing here in Kalamazoo at the West Hills Athletic Club this Sunday at 10 a.m. The 2014 Teddy Bear Toss had a great turnout at last weekend's Bronco hockey game. There were over 400 teddy bears and stuffed animals brought and tossed onto the ice. All donations were delivered to the Bronson Children's Hospital. Also, the Western Michigan men's soccer team has released its 2014 spring schedule, so check out WMUBroncos.com for future dates and times of their games. This has been WeTV's Sports Report. I'm Connor Tierney, connecting you to WMU.